Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Home Quest, episode 5. How are all of you doing? Hope you had a fantastic weekend, as I did. We are continuing our wonderful game from codeSTREAM, Home Quest. We are working on defeating the Shamans and making our people happy. Big shout out to MyNoise for the beautiful inspirational music playing in the background, I think called Silky Robe. It's quite beautiful. And I just found it, downloaded it, added it. And that's the thing about MyNoise. Whenever you want something beautiful to listen to, you can just open the app and look through thousands of beautiful, well-constructed, composed songs and sound effects. Everything you need. Eat, work, pray, content create, whatever you need, MyNoise is the soundscape creator that you need. All right, folks, we are back. It is episode 5. Yeah, so we are building up quite a wonderful city, Villanova. Let us check some of our parameters. The game has caught up. Last time we were building a mighty army, which is really cool. And we are maxed out on that, but we're going to continue to build things we need. Storage, maybe another windmill. We'll build things that make bread. We're going to continue to build up our army, and I think we should be strong enough to take on the Shamans. I don't think they're that tough. But let's check our tourism and see how we're doing there. Welcome to Home Quest.
Button. Town. Button. Population 82. Decoration. House. Decorations. Button.
Let's go
Decorations.
town. Check our tourism.
Card.
We'll
6.
build
Forest.
We'll
5.
build
Card.
several
Greenery bar.
good
3.
tourist
Button.
items, increase our
Culture.
appeal.
Button. Greenery bar. Greenery bar. B. 0. Button.
Okay, decorations up.
Greenery bar. B. 0. Elf house. 2. But greenery bar. Capital 0. /50. Town essentials. Delete. Button.
Let's build some
Build.
greenery
Button.
bars. Why not? Let's build
Build.
about a good 5 or 6 of
Build.
these.
Build. 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 Dim. Build. Dim.
Let's build several of these. All right, I think we can build 8 at a time. I should learn which worker builds these decorations. We've got our lovely Home Quest coffee, brewed freshly in our magical vats. It's quite delicious. Hope you all have been liking. If you're visually diverse and or if you're visually impaired, you can hear the description of our new thumbnail by the artist Poyo. Yes, Poyo is back. She's a very busy person. In this situation, she is back to working on several thumbnails for the channel. So big shout out to you, Poyo. Thank you so much. You're very brilliant, very smart, very kind. Definitely appreciate you. So yeah, we have some wonderful new thumbnails. They are fully described on the channel that describes absolutely everything, Gamedoubletap, in our description, along with a list of our playlist lists. So if you want to hear that stuff, check it out. Be aware that my playlist lists don't always exactly correlate with the titles of the videos. It just gives you a basic understanding of what that episode was about. Sorry. Happy Monday to everyone. Again, hope you had a good weekend. I am very, very, very feeling good, satisfied, happy. I hope you had by the time you watch this, you will be just coming off of Father's Day. So happy Father's Day belated. Hope you had a wonderful time and you had time to spend with your father or the person that you respect as your father. And if you were a father, you were given that same respect and love. And if you were not, we love you here. Happy Father's Day to you.
6.
May you have many more
Greenery
blessed
bar.
ones.
Heart. 6. Greenery bar. B. 7.
All right,
Button.
so we built that
Button.
already.
Forest.
Let's do one
5.
more
Button.
decoration
Elf
and
house.
let's get
2.
into more
Button.
serious
Snowflake.
activities.
1. Button. Rocks. 7. Button. Ridge. 0. Button. Ridge. 0. Card. 6. Button. Build. Log. Button. Build. Delete. Nature reserve. /5. 0. Ridge.
Let's build
0.
rich, whatever rich is. What is rich? You know what I wish? If codeSTREAM is listening, could you give more descriptions for these really cool decorations? Because I think that's the whole thing.
0.
Decorations.
/5.
I'd love
Nature
to hear
reserve.
more description about what they are, what they do,
Delete.
and
Button.
I'd love
Build.
to have
Button.
some sounds
Build.
of what they do
Build.
when they've been made.
Build. Max.
Let's build.
Reach. Dim.
Let's build 5 of these nature reserves.
More. Button. Population. Premium pack. SUN. Connect. Button. Premium
All right,
button.
lovely. We got
Decorations.
5
Get packs.
nature
Button.
reserves
Already
built.
purchased. Add rating.
So we've done our
Theme.
decorations.
Auto.
Let's
Switch.
continue
Light.
to move
Switch
on.
button. Dark. Switch. Color
Let's
tint.
check our more
More.
tab.
Button. Spirits. Button. World. Button. Army. Button. Ledger. Button. Population. Farmers. Increases. Train. Workers. Increases. Train.
No, that's
Servicemen.
not gonna be
Increases.
what we want.
Productivity. 4.
Let's go to our ledger.
Farmers. Increases. Productivity. 4. Train. Button. Increases. Farmers. 6/7.
Oh, that's our workers.
Increases.
Well, since we're here, we
Train.
might as well make
Button.
sure everybody's working. Oh, we could
Workers.
train some more
17.
farmers.
Train. Button. Max. Reached.
Oh, we
Dim.
could build one more farmer.
Workers. 17/21.
Let's get our.
Increases.
Let's start
Productivity.
doing some work.
Train. Button. Train. 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 Max. Reached. Servicemen.
There we go.
7/9.
Oh, we can add 4 more workers.
Increases. Productivity. 4. Train. Button. Train. Max. Reached. Dimmed. Workers. Button.
Oh, we could build 2 more
Tourists.
servicemen,
Button.
which will, I think, give
Log.
us more
Button.
soldiers.
Tourists. Button. Tourists. Log. Button. Town. Button. Treasury. Button.
I'm not sure.
Ledger. Army. Button. World. Button. Spirits. More. Button. More. Button.
Let's check out
Tourists.
our tourists.
Higher.
See how we're doing.
Appeal. 794. Appeal. 185. Currently visiting your empire.
$794 appeal. We didn't go down this time.
794 from Xiao Bai Mel's.
Wow,
Reward. 15 honor.
185 people. Thank you all for coming to our town, which is called Gamedoubletap.
Okay, button.
I need to double check that.
Okay.
But I think that's what it is. Thank you for coming to my town.
Currently visiting your empire. Top empires. 318. Currently visiting your empire.
Okay, so we got some rewards. We got some honor.
794.
Let's take that.
World. Button. Army. Button.
We're doing really good.
Population,
Looks like we're going
82.
to get more and more appeal. We're shooting for 1,000 appeal. So if you want to
15
make
alive.
that happen,
Warrior
come visit
tanks.
Gamedoubletap.
15 alive. Warrior 3. Archer 9. Wolf 3.
All right, let's build some
0.
more
Army 15
army.
of 15.
We are currently on the mission to defeating the shaman.
World. Button. Army. Ledger. Treasury. Town. Button. Population. 82.
Oh, we're at maximum army, so we need
6.
to build some
Forest.
more buildings to
Park.
accommodate more
greenery,
soldiers.
Culture. Military. Button. Military.
Let's go to
Hunting
town
cabin. 5.
and
Button.
see if we can build some
Culture.
military
Button.
places.
Hunting cabin. 5. Button. Armory. 4. Button. Hunting cabin. 5. Button.
Let's
Hunting
go to
cabin.
military.
5. Hunting cabin. 5. Button. Armory. 4. Button. Serviceman. Increases. Increases leather. Increases.
Let's see if we can build some more hunting cabins.
Serviceman. Jobs by 1. Delete. Button. Build. Button. Build. Dim.
Oh, this increases leather. Don't know if we need more of those, but...
Cancel. X. But. Jobs by 1. Villanova.
Let's build it, though.
Houses. Materials. Luxuries.
We could
military,
build 1.
Culture.
Cool.
Button. Hunting cabin.
Let's go back
armory,
and get
4,
some more.
Button. Armory. 4. Build. Button. Log. Button. Build. Delete. But. Jobs by. Serviceman. Increases. Uses leather and boards.
Let's build some armory. So I think we could probably build 1 or 2.
Increases. Serviceman. Jobs by 1. Delete. Button. Build. Button. Build.
Okay. So these guys produce armor.
Build. Build. Dim.
Let's build that.
Hunting cabin. 6. Armory. Barracks. 3. Button. Barracks. 3.
All right, we maxed
Increases
that
unit queue
out.
limit by 1.
All right, let's see what else we can do.
Increases army cap. Increases unit queue limit.
Let's check
boards.
out barracks.
230.
We want to have more barracks.
350/10. 3. Barracks. 3.
Cool. We can build
10,
much more army.
350. Bricks.
Okay, barracks. We can have 10. Let's get this built. And then, of course, after we're done with this, we will go back to our materials and increase our storage. And then we will also
230.
double check on our windmills and other items. And, of course, we'll also continue to increase our population. And then maybe we'll see if we have what it takes to take down the Shamans.
Decorations. Button. Barracks. 3/10. 480. 3. Barracks. Decorations. Barracks.
Okay,
3.
we can only
Button.
build 1 of those. Okay.
Armory. 8. Button.
That's it for our military buildings. So hunting cabin, barracks, and armory. Those are the 3 so far military buildings that we can
Military, culture,
engage and
military,
build. So
luxuries,
we're
materials,
starting to build
houses,
our muscle
button,
memory
materials,
for this game.
button.
All right, so we've got that
Materials.
done. Let's go back and start working on population.
Materials. Button. Luxuries. Military. Culture. Lumber mill. 10. Button.
Oh,
Stonework,
let's do
10,
materials
button.
first. Let's
Storage,
increase
14,
our storage.
Decorations. Storage. 14. Button. Storage. 14.
Got 10 of those.
Materials. Button.
10 stoneworks,
Luxuries,
10
button.
lumber mills.
Military. Culture. Lumber mill.
Let's build some more
Stoneworks,
storage.
Storage. 14. Decorations. Button. Storage. 14.
All right, let's build some
100.
more storage.
720. Bricks. 720. Boards. Increases resource storage capacities. Delete. Button. Build. Dim. Button.
720 bricks, 720 boards. Oh,
Military,
we're at our max.
culture,
Looks
button,
like we can't build
luxuries,
anymore.
Materials.
All right,
houses, button.
let's see if we can
Info.
build.
Houses. Button. Houses.
Let's see if we can build
House.
houses.
Villa. 16. Button. Villa. 16. Increases population by 2. Build. Button.
Okay.
Log. Button. Build. Button. Brick. 160. Board.
Let's build some more
160.
villas. They're quite nice.
50. 16/50. Increases population. Build. Button. Log. Button. Build. Increases population by 2. Bricks. Increases build. Button. Log. Button.
So we could still
Build,
we still
button.
have a
Increases population
higher
by 2.
cap.
Build. Button. Build. 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 Dim. Materials. Luxury. Houses. Info. Houses. Button. Houses.
All right, we're able to build 3 villas. That's good. Let's
Town,
build
button.
some houses.
Treasury. Button. Ledger. House. 50. Villa. 18. House. 50. Button. culture,
right.
military, but
House
luxury,
is time.
culture, but house, 50, button. Villa, 19, decorations, villa, 19/50, 106 boards, 106 board, 160/50, 19/50, 100 boards, 106 bricks, increases build, button, build, dimmed.
Okay, so we have 19 out of a possible 50 mechs. Let's build some. Wow, we only can build
90.
one. So we must be at our population cap. So we need to do some more things to increase our population cap. Let's hear what our population is, and then we'll also build some military troops. Wow, not bad. We're almost at 100. All right, so now let's go ahead and you know, most of these towns, I don't think they get their population much. I don't remember what they were when I used to play. I think it might have been 200 or more, but I could be wrong. It could be 1,000. I don't even remember. But yeah, as I learn it, I'll definitely drop some pro tips. But let's go ahead and build some military units.
15 alive. Tanks, 3/4, button. Tanks, 3/4.
Go to the Army tab.
15 alive.
Pro tip
warrior
number
tanks,
1, the Army tab is where you build
9/12,
military units.
Healers, 3, warrior, info. Warrior, 3,
let's build
button.
another tank. It
Healers,
looks like we can
3/4,
build one more.
Warrior, 3, button. Warrior, 3. Train, button. Train, dimmed.
Spelled
tanks,
warrior.
3/4, damage, 9/12. Healers, 3/4.
Okay, we got
alive.
one warrior.
4,
Let's
tanks,
see if
4,
we need some
damage,
more
9
doggies.
healers,
Some more
3,
doggos.
Wolf, 3, button. Wolf, 3.
Let's go to healers.
Button.
Let's build some
Log, button.
doggos.
Train, button, delete, fetch. Armor. 9. 3. Info. Wolf.
Let's build some more wolves.
3. Healers, 3/wolf. Info. 3. 9. Armor. Fetch. Delete, button, train, dimmed. "16 alive, warrior 4, arch, tanks, 4/4, but damage, 9/12, but damage, 9/12.
We can build one more doggo. And now let's go build our long-range DPS. Archers. Pro tip number 2, archers can be found under the category of damage. So double tap on damage and then bring your finger down to near the bottom of the screen where you'll find the archers, what they do, the
alive.
information
Warrior
about
4,
them,
archer,
the built-in
tanks,
tutorial,
damage,
which is very
healers,
well done,
archer, 9,
and how many
button,
you can have.
archer,
and then
info,
go ahead and build
9,
until they say
9,
you can't build
armor,
anymore. That seems
library,
to be the best method.
delete, button, train, dimmed.
All right, we were able to build 3 archers. Effective, very good. And we will reward ourselves with a long drink from our home quest coffee. Oh, that's good. Super
World,
good.
button.
All right.
Army, button.
Now that
World,
we've done
button.
some
Spirit,
significant
world, army,
improvements to
button.
our town's defense
Population,
and overall
Appeal.
like work, let's assign
180,
workers.
currently visiting your 873, currently 180, appeal. 873, the, higher, your, tourists. 0. Army 20 of 20. Army 20 of, happiness level 2. Population, 90. Happiness, Army 20 of 20, 0. Tourists. The, higher, 873, appeal. 108, currently visit, 870, okay, but, top empire, okay, button, okay. Empyrean. 59k, 93k. Ace Jinger. Population, happiness level 2, Army 20 of 20, 0. Tourists. 0. 7 days. The eternal flame has been burning for 0 days. Should it go out? You, tourists. The higher, 873, the high, tourists. The higher 870 appeal.
I still don't know what the
800
eternal
the
flame
higher
means.
tourists 0 0. The eternal flame 7 days. The 807 appeal 108 currently visiting top empire 320 world button town button more button spirits button world army ledger button treasury button ledger button ledger. The tourists the 870 320 Mardak world button army button town button log button town button. The
It's a little
population,
hard
90.
to get out of
World,
once you're
button,
looking at
army,
tourism. It's a little
ledger,
hard to
button.
close that little overlay down.
The higher 873. The eternal population army happiness 7 days 0 tourists. The 800s appeal 100 currently top empire 300 Stefan underscore torpedo treasury button town button tourists button log button town button treasury button crow workers button Artunia town button 9.52 Artunia 4.57 town button treasury
Okay,
ledger,
there it is. It's
button,
at the bottom
army,
here. Got it to pop
log,
up.
tourists
It's
workers,
at the bottom.
button,
Okay.
3.16k workers button workers farmers 7 increases farmers 7/7 increases product max read workers 21/21
All right, you hit workers, and
increases
that should bring up
max
your regular
read
list.
servicemen 9/14
Okay, we got 7 out of 7 farmers.
mac servicemen 9/14 increases
We got
productivity
max on
train
that.
button train
Oh, we
Train.
can build some more servicemen.
Train.
Excellent.
Train.
Let's do that.
max reached dimmed
Let's train some more. Cool. Now we have our max servicemen, which allows you. It's weird. I'm almost able to grasp exactly how the chain of events works. Whether you build servicemen first, then you build a position, then you fill it with your workers, which come from your population, and then whether or not how that works with your army tab. Do you
World,
then
button,
build your
army,
army?
button.
So again, these are things
The
I'm learning
eternal
little by
flame
little.
has the
I'll have a definitive
population,
answer for
90,
you as I keep
army 20
playing.
of 20
But we have a pretty good army here. Let's check it out. We have 20 army units. That's pretty good. We could give
Army,
the Shamans a run for their money, but let's check and see. Oh, let's also work on our windmill and other things going. Make sure we have enough food provided for our people. But before we do that, let's check and find out
Army,
what our goals
button,
are.
ledger,
Pro
button,
tip
treasury,
number 3,
town, button,
always check
log,
your
button.
goals before you start playing so you know what
The
you're working
eternal
toward
flame has
and you
been
accomplish
the
things in a
population,
succinct
not
way,
army 20 of
in
20
an
happiness
organized
level 2
manner.
7 days 0 selected story but goals button selected goals blueprint spiritual defeat we should send our events button triumphs button selected goals button
Let's check our goals.
triumphs button events button
So triumphs are your victories.
we should send our troops on a
Events
mission
are things that are currently going on in the game right now, and also list all the things you've done in the past,
Defeat Elder Shamans.
including build new buildings, acquire new
Blueprint,
rewards,
spiritual.
etc. And this is what they want you to do. So we need to go on a mission to defeat the Shamans. Defeat,
goals will help you progress in an efficient way
Elder Shamans.
if you're not sure what to do next it's always a good idea
And then
to
we'll
complete
get
these
the
goals.
blueprint. Blueprints, pro tip number 5. These are things that allow you to build new buildings. They're extremely important.
Log button. Goals will help blueprint. Defeat elder. We should send our events. Triumph.
All right, so we're gonna.
Selected goals.
We need
Story,
to take out the
button.
Shamans. I'd really love to
Selected,
get those
story.
spiritual vats built. It makes the coffee
Log,
taste so
button,
much better.
Town. Log. Chapter 3. Chapter 2. Chapter I. Elder Shamans. Your people are still celebrating when you notice some strange folk surveilling your village. Your scouts approach the wild-looking warriors. Too soon. You have awakened us too soon. Today, a great imbalance has been caused by your actions. The shamans speak in dread. You decide it's probably best to attack the shamans before they cause any trouble. Defeat the elder shamans. Chapter 2. Chapter 3.
So we've already completed some of our goals. We've already got the windmill done, and we're making bread and food, and that's going to be important later because you're going to need to make sure your people have food to eat. Just in case, we're going to build some redundancy, so we're going to go ahead and make sure we have enough of all of our buildings.
Houses, button. Materials, luxuries, button. Military, button. Culture, button. Fishery, 2. Grain farm, 4. Button. Fishery, 2. Button.
And I think that will be listed under luxuries.
Grain farm, 4. Button. Windmill, 1. Button. Decorations, button.
We have 2
Windmill,
fisheries.
farm,
We could probably
4.
build some more
Fishery,
fisheries.
2. Button. Fishery, 2.
I think we're good on grain farms, so we can build some more.
Increases seafood. Increases.
And we'll try to
Farmers.
keep increasing that number.
Increase wood.
Let's build some more.
900/20. 2. Fishery.
Let's build some more fisheries
Bakery,
if that's
1.
possible.
Button. Fishery, 2/20. 920 wood. Increases seafood. Increases. Farmers. Jobs by 1. Delete. Button. Build. Button. Build. Dim.
Oh, we could build more fishery. Let's build another one. It's quite expensive. There we go. We could build 1, so we now have 3 fisheries.
3.
Let's go ahead and increase the number of bakeries.
Military,
this is again, these are luxuries, so your people need food. It's not really a luxury to have food, but I guess in a sense it is, right?
Button. Windmill. Grain farm. Fishery. Culture. Military. Luxuries. Materials. Houses. Villanova. Fishery. 3. Button. Culture.
Where's our
button.
bakery?
Military, luxuries. Button. Materials. Luxuries. Button. Luxuries.
I gotta find our
Fishery.
bakery.
3. Grain farm. Fishery. Culture.
kinda
Military.
got hidden here.
Luxuries. Button. Culture. Fishery. Grain farm. Windmill. Decorations. Bakery. Decoration. Bakery. 1. Button. Bakery. 1. Build. Log. Button. Build. Delete. Button. Jobs by 1. Workers.
There it is. Let's build some more bakeries.
Jobs
So
by 1.
the people that are required to work in this
Uses
job,
flour.
and
Produce
they'll
grapes.
usually tell you
350.
who is
Boards.
required to do a
350.
job.
2.
And then you need to assign a person to do that
20.
job. So that's
1.
important to do.
/2 300 boards 300 bricks uses flour increases workers jobs by 1 delete button build dim
Okay, we could build more.
fishery 3 button culture button fishery grain farm 4 button grain farm 4
We were able to build 2 bakeries. And now we're going to go ahead and
Jobs by
build some
1.
more of our food things.
farmers increases
Let's build
increases
some more grain
bricks.
farms.
300 boards 300/60 4
And
/60.
increases farmer jobs, which we can assign.
300 boards 300 bricks increases farmers jobs by 1 delete button build dim
It's reasonably priced. We can build quite a bit more.
decorations button windmill 1 button windmill
Oh, we are
1.
at our max, so I do believe we'll
Build,
probably
dim,
be at our
log,
max
button.
for windmills as well. Let's double check. No, we can't build any more windmills. When you hear that pro tip 6, when you hear that dimmed, you may not build any more from there. Now, I remember in the beginning I did tell you all that's not necessarily true. And it is kind of a little weird in the beginning when you first start the game. There are some buttons that don't sound right to your ears. Again, take a little time, clear the menus off, jump from tab to tab. Sometimes if you jump from one tab to another tab, you can clear off some non-refreshed screen elements. Again, remember, VoiceOver isn't perfect. but it's the best we have, and it does a fantastic job. So, but occasionally it may not reflect what's exactly available for you to do. If you're not sure, it's nothing wrong with double tapping on a dimmed element. It will either do nothing, or it will tell you with a built-in tutorial information notification, it will say you can't do that, or you have max, or something to that effect. All right, I think we've done really, and this is really typically how I've played HomeQuest. I have basically, I have a series of things I do when I play HomeQuest. And now I've added decorations to what I've done, because I didn't have decorations when I originally played this game about 6 years ago. So now I've added decorations to the beginning of my process. And I also like to build army units. I always like to make sure I have a substantial army. And then I work on towns, and then I work on town elements, and then I work on supplies. I try to max out as many buildings as I can. Now, later on down the road, pro tip number 6, you will have to trim and cut and do certain things with your town. And that's more the minimax part of the game, and it's a necessary component for you to become really the master of your home. So you'll be doing that later, but for now, it's liberal, it's open, it's free. You can kind of get away with doing a lot of things, even if they're not significantly efficient. It's okay. Later on, you'll become incredibly efficient. Again, they're taking you very slowly through when you're doing chapter 1. They're taking you very slowly through all the elements of it. It's part tutorial, part playthrough, part build up, and it's done very, very well. Excuse me. So, all right. Now I think we've done some good building. I think we've got some pretty good significant army units. I don't know if we want to fight right away. I don't like to fight until I absolutely can't build anymore, because I want to win every battle. So I don't like to lose battles.
20 life, warrior 4, archer 12, wolf 4.
Let's check our army tab.
Tanks 4/4 button, damage 12/12 button, healers 4/4 button, archer 12 button, archer.
Yeah, we have quite a decent army. Yeah, we have max everything. All right, let's, I think we're going to take on the Shamans. If we start having trouble, we can always back out of the war. So let's go ahead and take on the Shamans. In the future, you'll hear some short interludes, kind of short little movies. Those are courtesy of MyNoise, and they might be a little jarring, so I just want to warn you. There'll be little sounds of battles and stuff that isn't part of codeSTREAM's coding. That is just me adding some sound effects from MyNoise, and that's the beauty of MyNoise. I can add lots of effects that can make the feeling of the game feel so much deeper. So yeah, there'll be some sound effects added from MyNoise pretty soon. And there'll be other elements perhaps added. Maybe I might RP a little bit occasionally. Maybe I might add some animals. You might hear some things like construction sound. And if you want to know where I got all that from, it's mostly MyNoise, but it's also some from around my neighborhood. Like the construction sounds come from the local hardworking people of Midtown Sacramento. You might hear parks and people. That comes from me walking around town. Just to keep in mind, I can record anything out in public. It's called fair use, so I don't need to get somebody's permission to record ambience. Just in case somebody thought you needed permission for that. Legally, I'm not required to ask permission. Now, if it was a phone call, if it was a private conversation, if it was something like that, those things you would want to get somebody's consent to record them. But for the most part, most things that are out in public, you do not have an expectation of privacy. I'm not saying I'm a creeper, but I'm just saying that I just wanted you to know the legalities behind that. Whenever I talk to somebody and I ask them to be part of what I do here at Gamedoubletap, I usually off camera will ask them, can I have your permission to record our conversation or our voice? And I make sure that they don't include any personal information. No phone numbers, no important private information. They're just role-playing with me, or even they're just being themselves. I usually let them know I'm a YouTuber, what my channel's name is. I have a business card I do hand out. So if anybody wants to say, hey, I don't want you to use my voice, I could just remove it. So, but I get their permission before I do it. So if that is something you were concerned about, I just wanted to make sure you knew how my process works. I also have Marissa. Marissa she works at Access Ingenuity. She is a trainer. So if you're looking for training, and you're tired of goofing around, what's that? Give my stomach. If you're tired of around, you can get some real training. We know that most of the time in training centers is a lot of But if you want to get some serious training, swing by to Access Ingenuity. They have some of the best trainers in all of the world, and they work remotely. So you won't have to worry about even leaving your cave. You can get training, preparation for college, trade schools, or whatever you're doing right now. The big thing right now is trade schools. That's something that they can help you with. They can teach you how to work with Copilot, Outlook, JAWS, NVDA, those special glasses, that look like something out of Weird Science. They can do just about anything. They're run by a incredibly, a good organization that has the clearest business record of doing fantastic things and helping you get to where you need to go. No, I'm not sponsored, but I am definitely in all the things that they do. But if you're looking for amazing training, check out Access Ingenuity. And yes, the DUR will cover it. I know I've heard people say they don't cover that. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. If they can cover a training center, they can cover Access Ingenuity, which is hardly a big expense. All right. So again, those are where I get some of my effects from. Everything I have is locally sourced, free, pollution-free, ecologically safe, legally safe, and everything else otherwise. Again, big shout out to MyNoise for the most beautiful Silky Robes soundtrack ambience that is playing. Again, get your lifetime membership at MyNoise and you'll get new songs every month. And they're amazing and different. I want to make sure you know they're all different. They're all unique. They're all intricate. They're all complex, spiritual, wonderful, loving, empathetic, sympathetic, just wondrous. All right, we're just about done here. We're going to take a couple of shots at the Shamans, and then as we lose some members, we'll go back and build some more. So pro tip number 6, if you lose some army units in your battles, you can always run away in the combat and rebuild your army and go back and fight again.
Treasury button.
It's not a stressful. This is not a stressful game. You may lose, but you live to fight another day. All right, so let's go ahead and fight a little bit of the Shamans.
Go out. You.
Pro tip number 7, you can find your battles in the world map on the World tab. That is where you locate armies. Be aware that there are also side quests to beat other strange armies that appear. I'll be talking about that more in future parts of Home Quest. But for now, let's take on these Shamans.
Blueprint.
Ooh, they're building up. So that's another thing. Pro tip number 8, you don't want to leave them too long. They start to get strong along with you. So you're building up, but they're also building up. So we need to weaken them a bit.
Alive. Warrior 1. Stage 1/40.
Let's go take them on.
7 days. Stage
Let's
1/40.
see if we can take these on. Okay, that's the stage. As you go through the stages, you'll be informed.
Four alive. Warrior 1. Archer 2. Wolf 1.
But you need to also start the battle, so I'm going to show you how to do that. So as you can see, each stage has a different number of army troops. So you can usually beat many stages with just a few of your mass majority troops. So think of it as a way that you're fighting through their encampment and you're fighting through their ranks.
Retreat and start.
We have a much bigger initial army, so we're going to go ahead and take these folks out.
Happiness level 2.
Let's start
Army
battle.
20 of 20.
Here we go.
0. The Eternal Flame Elder Shamans. 7 days. Stage 5/40. The Eternal Flame has been burning for 0 days. Should it go out, you may resume at a checkpoint. Elder Shamans. 7 days.
I like to leave it on
stage 11/40
because it will keep reading it.
The Eternal Flame 20 retreat and rest button.
I want to get rid of that
Warrior
Eternal
4,
Flame
Archer 12, Wolf 4.
notification. And as you can hear, I am breaking through their lines. Try to memorize how many, pro tip number 9, try to memorize your
Archer
troop
4,
numbers. So if you start hearing that number
Warrior
dissipate,
4,
that's
12,
when you
Wolf
might
4.
want to retreat. But if you
8
feel
alive,
like you can
Warrior
break through
2,
them,
Archer 5,
go ahead
Wolf
and
2.
keep going.
20 alive, 6 alive, Warrior 1, Archer 4, Wolf 1. 20 alive, 9 alive, Warrior 2, Archer 5, Wolf 2. Stage 25 the Eternal Flame, 20 alive,
I'm
Warrior
swiping
4, Archer
from
12,
right to
Wolf 4.
left to refresh the enemy's army list.
20 alive, Warrior 4, Archer 12,
and
Wolf
again,
4, 10 alive,
that
Warrior,
really
stage 30/40.
annoying Eternal Flame response comes up. If somebody would like to let me know in the
0
comments
alive,
how I can
20
click
alive,
that
Warrior
off,
4,
that'd be
retreat and
great.
rest, 20 alive, Warrior 4, Archer 12, Wolf 4.
We're almost done. Looks like we're going to beat them really easily. We didn't lose a single unit. Yeah, we didn't lose
alive,
a single
Warrior
unit.
4, Archer 12,
These
2 alive,
shaman
Warrior
are
1,
weak.
stage 37/40.
These elder shaman are weak.
0 alive, Warrior 1, Archer 4.
I think we're going to
Wolf 1.
win right here very soon. Almost done. We have a little bit of home quest coffee while we continue to battle. I will try to find a way to overlay a little bit of battle sound. When I do this particular part of the game, we won. We didn't lose anybody. When I do these kind of battles in the future, what I will do is switch over to my battle sounds on MyNoise. So I'll do that in future. All right, let's go get our rewards because we receive a reward. We've won. All right, we got our reward. Let's give ourselves a little bit of accolades.
New building, spiritual. Okay, button.
Very good.
Population, 90.
And we have a new building, so let's go get some information about it.
Log, button.
Okay, that means we're going to have an increase of our town, but let's go find out what all of our rewards are.
Army, button.
So, pro tip number 10,
Treasury,
always
town,
go back to your log and check it frequently.
Chapter
Well,
I,
not
Elder
so
Shamans,
frequently.
events,
Do a
button.
few things, check it. Do a few more things, check it again.
Chapter I, Elder Shamans. Your people are still celebrating when you notice them. Complete, button.
And of course, this is going to give us a new event.
Chapter complete, button.
And then you're going to want to
Complete.
double tap on pro tip
The
number 11.
Eternal Flame
You're going to want to
has
make sure
been
whenever
burning
you do
for
something
0
that
days.
completes a
Should
quest, you
it
need
go
to
out,
double tap
you
on the
may
completion
resume
of that
at
event.
Checkpoint. Population. The Eternal Flame has the Eternal Flame. 7 days. 7 days. The Eternal selected story button. Goals button. Triumphs button. Events button. Chapter I. Victory 2. Some of the shamans decided to join you.
I don't know how to turn it off.
Complete button. Chapter 2. Complete button.
We have shamans now, so that we've
Complete.
converted them. Welcome aboard,
Population
shamans.
90. Happiness level 2. Army 20 of 20.
All right, let's get
0.
that.
7 days.
I think we have completed chapter 1.
Goals. Button. Selected. Story.
All right,
Selected. Story.
let's find out what our new missions are.
Goals. Button. Triumphs. Button. Events. Button. Chapter I. Spirit wells. Your shamans have started working on spirit wells. Lost and frightened spirits are caught
Let's
on the
check
battlefield and placed
story.
into serene wells. Shamanistic workers
think we're
commune
gonna
with
be
these
moving
spirits,
into chapter
releasing them from their
2.
torment. As a side effect, the process facilitates the growth of a rare kind of liquid, which, once fully grown, can be harvested. Its elastic and energy-rich properties allow for easy conversion into rare resources. It's all painless and good for the environment, your shamans assure you. Build a spiritual.
Oh, very nice. Yeah.
Chapter 2.
Oh, good. That's part of... We're still in chapter 1, so we need to build a spiritual. We're going to go ahead and do that. And spirituals will be available on
Chapter
a different
I.
tab
Chapter
to check
2.
out.
Chapter events. Triumphs.
Let's go.
Goals. Button.
Listen.
Selected.
Let's
Goals.
just double check everything. Let's hear the new event. Let's get our new goals
Log.
and find
Goals
out
will
what
help
we
you
need
progress
to
in
do.
an log. Button. Town. Log. Goals will raise your. We should build more houses. Storage.
Well, let's find out what our new
We should
goals
construct
are.
events. Button. We should construct another building. Construct more. Storage. We should build more houses. Storage. We should build more houses.
Okay, we need
Raise
to
your
construct
population
the
to
spiritual.
104.
We'll do that. We need to build more storage. We need
Goals
to
will help
build
you
more
progress in an efficient
houses.
way. If you're not sure what to do next, log. Button.
So now we have a new goal. We need
Goals
to
will
build.
raise your
We need to
we should
increase our
build more
population to
storage.
104.
Construct
So
more.
these are
We should
things you're
construct
given
events.
as
Button.
your new
Selected.
mission, which is
Events.
really fun. You have new things to do.
New building. Meadow.
All right,
New building.
let's get
Lake.
our events.
New building. Ridge. New building. Barracks. New building. Hunting cat.
Double
New building.
tap on
Armory.
events.
New army unit. Archer. New army unit. Wood.
Oh, we have a
army
new-
unit.
new stuff.
Warrior. New building. Grain farm. New building. Windmill.
Oh, no, we
New
have that
building.
already.
Bakery. New building. Spiritual. Log. Button. Army. Button. Ledger. Treasury. Button. Army. World.
All right, new
button,
building,
world,
spiritual,
army, ledger,
excellent.
Button, treasury. Button. Town,
All right, so
button,
let's just
Duh.
go ahead and build that
houses.
spiritual.
Button. Materials. Luxuries. Military. Culture. Button. Fishery. 3. Grain farm. 4. Windmill. 1. Decorations. Button. Bakery. 3. Windmill.
All right.
1. Grain farm. Fishery. Culture. Button. Culture. Materials. Button. Luxury. Military. Culture. Button. Monument. 1. Decorations. Button. Monument. 1. Monument. Decorate.
Let's see if that's culture.
Military. Luxuries. Button. Materials. Luxuries. Button. Luxuries. Decorations. Bakery. 3. Windmill. 1. /20.
No, it's not monument.
Requirements. 6. 140. Boards.
Let's see if it's
Windmill.
luxuries.
Bakery. 3. Decorations. Windmill. Grain farm. Fishery. 3. Culture. Button. Military. Luxuries. Button. Materials. Button. Materials. Materials. Button. Military. Culture. Lumbermill. Stoneworks. Storage. 4. Decorations. Spiritual. 0. Button.
Let's see. Let's check materials.
Spiritual. 0.
There it
Stoneworks.
is. Spiritual.
10.
So
Decorations.
pro tip
Spiritual.
number 12.
0.
Lots
Spiritual.
of pro tips say pro tip number
0.
12. You'll find
/35.
spiritual under materials.
250. Bricks.
All right, let's
380.
build that.
Boards. Increases.
We can build 35.
Exalted.
Wow.
Jobs by 1.
So it costs a lot more wood than bricks. So it's a very natural shaman kind of building.
Delete. Button. Build. Button. Build.
Ooh.
Build.
Exalted. That's a new job.
Build.
That's a new job title.
Dim.
That's cool. So we'll be able to add exalted workers. Let's build that. All right, we built 4 of those.
Army 20 of
Let
happiness
those build.
7 days.
And then
0.
we're going to go
Town
ahead
zoom
and
out.
finish
Town
our
zoom in. Town
episode
zoom in.
off
Villanova.
with
Houses.
more
Button.
decorations.
Materials.
We're going to be
Luxuries.
waiting on that
Military.
one.
Culture. Button. Lumbermill. Stoneworks. Storage. Decorations. Button. Decorations. Houses. Material. Culture. Greenery bar. B. Part. Elf. Snowflake. 1. Rocks. Ridge. Button. Image. Play.